It's not a very tall Michigan offensive line, but it's a very large one. 2 receivers right, a receiver left. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line in Nebraska. Terry for Michigan. They keep it. Is caught. Donovan Edwards at the 45-yard line. Held the ground by himself. Malcolm Hartzog was in the area. Gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7 coming up. We'll see those types of motions with Edwards out of the backfield. Motioning from left to right, coming out of the backfield. Will catch passes in a drag route, slant route. The big thing to watch will be a double reverse and or a flea flicker. Empty backfield for McCarthy on second down and 7 from the Nebraska 45. Now they audible. McCarthy lines up under center. Donovan Edwards in the backfield. They keep it on the ground with Edwards. Had nowhere to go at first. Now gets a gain of just about 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on the spot. Maybe just shy of that first down marker. It's a gain of 4. And now third down and 3 for Michigan.
Yeah, Husker came off the edge there and had to, because of the RPO that they ran earlier in the game already, had to sort of stutter step, and that allowed Michigan, Donovan Edwards, to get upfield a little more for some yards.
With the Deshaun Singleton injury, it's Kobe Bretz who's checked in at safety for Nebraska. Third down and 3. They keep it on the ground. Blake Corum got met at the 40-yard line. Depending on the spot, he may not have got there.
Oh, he's short.
The initial ruling will have him just shy of that first down marker, a gain of 2, 4th down and 1. And it's a 4th down and a long 1 yard.
Yeah, like you said, it's a long one, so let's see what they go with here. They're keeping the offense on the field. Harbaugh rolling the dice early, and if you're Michigan, you want to do that to take the crowd out of the game here.
Donovan Edwards lines up on the far side of the field. Heavy set on the left sideline, 2 tight ends. Corum is the back for Michigan, 4th down and 1. They give it to Corum, and he got there for the first down for Michigan. Had a feeling that was going to be the call, Kelby, with how well they've ran the football already.
Yeah, and hand it to Blake Corum. You know, last year, one heck of a year before he got injured, was in the Heisman discussion. So, yeah, why not give it to him, pound the rock with Blake Corum.
It was a torn ACL for Blake Corum. He's rehabbed tremendously. It's a fresh set of downs for Michigan. Fullback in the backfield, it's Max Bredson. Another back in the backfield, Donovan Edwards. 2 receivers left, a receiver out wide to the right. Now man in motion attached on the line, which is A.J. Barner. They keep it on the ground. Donovan Edwards gets to about the 30-yard line, 29 to be exact. Gain of just about 7, maybe 8 yards. It's going to be second and short coming up, 2nd and 2.
Able to slip by the first tackle and then got to the second level, which Omar Brown was waiting for him. So a nice pickup of 8 on first down. 3
receivers left. We've only seen 2 pass attempts from McCarthy thus far. Receiver out wide to the right, a back to the right of McCarthy. Now they audible, check the sideline. The 11th play of the drive for Michigan. 3 receivers left, a receiver right. McCarthy gets the snap, drops back to pass. First look wasn't open. Has all day to throw. Now looking to the end zone, has a man, is caught. Touchdown, Michigan. A 29-yard touchdown throw from J.J. McCarthy to Roman Wilson in the back of the end zone. No signal was made yet, and then back judge calls it touchdown for Michigan.
You want to talk about threading the needle. That he was late on that throw. He was open earlier. McCarthy didn't see him till late, and 2 Huskers converged on the ball, and he was able to jump over and almost pin it against the Huskers' helmet and landed and confirmed touchdown. What a catch.
Isaac Gifford was in coverage. Extra point team is on for Michigan. James Turner is the kicker. Waiting on the Big Ten to say review, and they're going to say no review. Just an unbelievable grab from Roman Wilson in the back of the end zone. James Turner on to try the extra point. Kick is good. And it's 7-0 Michigan. It's an 11-play drive, 75 yards, took 5 minutes, 40 off the clock. Now it'll take us to break. Nebraska will start with the football next here on 90.3 KRNU. 62-12, some history points that we want to tell you about. Nebraska has tied a amount of points in a half, and that is against Oral Roberts in 2013, and this ties the second least amount of points allowed in a half at 12. But Jazz Shelley has been a big reason for that. She's closing in on a triple-double, already has 10 assists in the first half, and is knocking down threes while she's at it.
Yeah, she has tripled her average for assists on the season so far. She's averaging 3.6 assists per game. She's already tripled it, Bobby, and she has been instrumental tonight in running the Nebraska fast break, setting things up, making sure that her teammates, when they run out, look at this baseball pass right here to Logan Nisley, who's also having a sensational start to her game. You can see that she is facilitating, she is making plays happen, and she has been instrumental and a key factor as the engine for the Nebraska fast break and offense.
Logan Nisley currently leads Nebraska with 15 points. She's 6 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. But Justice, if there was something I wanted to circle, it would be the rebound numbers. 33-6 are the rebound numbers for the Cornhuskers compared to the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't know if I could find a wider gap in between the U.S. and Britain, the ocean that spans that, the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if there's a wider gap than that, but it is a really big gap right now, and it just shows you the physical dominance and the verticality that Nebraska possesses. And in sealing out, I thought the bigs and the forwards for Nebraska have done a really good job of sealing inside, gaining position, and being physical at the point of attack when the rebound comes off the glass.
Just a tremendous first half overall from Nebraska. Jazz Shelley's numbers, I want to read them to you, folks. 8 points, 2 for 4 from the field. Those are all from 3. 8 total rebounds and 10 assists. 10 assists in that first half, and that was only in 13 minutes of time. She has played tremendously well here tonight. Leading off on the floor for Nebraska is the typical starting 5, Darian White, Jazz Shelley, Natalie Potts, Maddie Kroll, and Alexis Markowski. UNCW starts with the basketball in the hands of Evan Miller. Low bounce pass down low to McLaughlin. Looking somewhere to go with it. It's a skip pass into the corner. Ferrito drives inside through contact and an early bucket in the second half for UNCW.
That's a physical play right there by the Wisconsin transfer, and already tops her season average for points per game, 1.9. A physical layup right there helps UNCW get back into this one just a little bit more.
She started in every single game, just not a typical scorer. Transfer from Wisconsin, Ferrito is. Darian White driving inside, swings out one more. Shelley for 3. Knocks that one down. Third 3 of the night for Jazz Shelley. She's up to 11 points. That's a double-double.
And it just looks all too easy for Nebraska right now. The ball movement looks exquisite every single time that it touches a player's hand. If they have an extra, they're making it. Selfless play so far has helped Nebraska catapult to this gigantic lead they find themselves with.
Jazz Shelley is 9 assists away from breaking a school record. We'll see if she hits that here tonight. Has her pocket picked. Maddie Kroll able to get it back. Back in the hands of Shelley. Shelley is 2 rebounds away from a triple-double. Darian White, mid-range runner, knocks that one down as well. Nebraska still can't miss from the field.
That's a tough shot right there by the Montana State transfer, averaging 9.5 on the season, just able to go behind the back, lose the defender momentarily, just enough space to get that right-hand floater from about 15 feet off.
McLaughlin down low, guarded by Markowski, had it tipped. Able to keep it. Evan Miller, mid-range jumper, can't knock it down. Offensive rebound, the first, and it goes for Brittany Range. That was the first one of the night for the Seahawks. 11-1 on the offensive rebound numbers. Switch on defense. Now Shelley guarding Henderson. Ball nearly out of bounds, and it is out of bounds off of Potts. 3 ticks left on the shot clock. Started the bottom of the 7th inning. Same spot Nebraska was in last night. They needed 2 runs in order to tie and force extra innings. This case, it's only 1 in order to force extras. First pitch to Sydney Gray. Called the ball high and inside.
Yeah, this is the right part of the lineup up for Nebraska if they want to score at least 1 run and force extras or potentially win 3-4-5.
Goes Sydney Gray, Breadwell, and Samantha Bland. 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
They are a combined 5 for 5 today as Gray has taken 2 walks, or 5 for 6. Gray's taken 2 walks and struck out. Breadwell, 2 singles and a walk and a strikeout.
2-0 misses down and out. 3 balls and no strikes.
And Bland with 3 doubles and a flyout. So very, very good production out of the middle part of this lineup.
So this is the part of the lineup that you want up.
Oh, most definitely.
3-0. Upstairs, ball 4, and your leadoff runner draws a walk for Ava Breadwell.
Yeah, there's the tying run right there on base for the Cornhuskers.
tying runner at first base. The walk-off we had last night was off the bat of Alina Felix, and it was one of the most unusual walk-offs we've seen, where it just skirts underneath the glove of the Northern Colorado pitcher. Play was made, but it was late. Breadwell shows bunt off to her right side and foul.
And I like the idea of bunting and sacrificing a runner to the second base bag, which is scoring position. But at the same time, Breadwell has been really good last night. She's been very good tonight. And you almost, if you're Nebraska, want her to maybe swing away here.
Yeah, I was going to say swing the bat. She shows bunt again, pulls back. There was no one covering first. It was a late cover as well.
Yeah, that is the first base.
For Dumlo.
First base and Newmayer crashing the bunt, so Dumlo having to cover first. That leaves shortstop the only player to cover the second base bag.
That would have been a tough play as well. No one was covering third. Breadwell bunts, foul again. Count moves to 1-2. Now I don't see a reason to bunt with 2 strikes.
Yeah, now the bunt almost has to be off. You can't risk a foul out.
Because you had first and third crashing. Your second baseman has to cover first base. Second base is covered by the shortstop. Third base is wide open.
Yeah, and that's
unless you're going to have Carr cover that.
Yeah, that's where your left fielder or your catcher has to pay attention.
1-2, Breadwell in the air into right field. That will be caught for out number 1, and Gray will retreat back to first base.
Huskers have gone opposite field quite a bit. The last 3 outs have been made by that right fielder out there, Peters.
Samantha Bland steps in the box. Huge at-bat for Bland, as you mentioned, has reached base multiple times. Just came around, only scored once. Had the RBI double in the first. Had a double again in the 4th inning. First pitch to Bland. Fouled off to the right side into the bullpen.
And Samantha Bland, she's made it to third base in all 3 times she has gotten on. She flew out in the 5th inning. But very successful day for the freshman for the Big Red.
Defense playing normal in the corners who are in line with their base. Bland shows bunt, pulls back. 0-1 outside, ball 1. Again, she shows bunt. Carr gets the sign. Now he's going to throw home. 1-1. Bland pulls back, up and in for ball 2. Carr's lost a little bit of focus.
Yeah, Carr had that strikeout stuff in the 4th and 5th innings. But now here in the 6th, now to the 7th, she's had to rely on her defense to make all the outs.
2-1. Bland fouls it off in the protected netting. Watch out as it comes back to her. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away and a runner at first. That's the tying runner. Winning runner stands at home plate.
Well, and if anything else, for Samantha Bland, you want this at-bat to result in Gray making it to second base.
Yes. Absolutely. Second or further, doesn't matter, but
you want her in scoring position.
Ideally second. 2-2 with 1 out. In the air to deep center field. At the track, at the wall, it's gone! Samantha Bland walks it off, and Nebraska wins it 11-10.
Oh my goodness. What a moment for the Cornhusker freshman, hitting her 3rd home run of the year. Comes in walk-off fashion. I believe that's her first walk-off as a Cornhusker.